Everybody, I had a question on one of the previous videos about what are the T-balls in the back of the shot that I saw. I do like to keep pots around me whenever I've made them, just so that you can absorb what they are. I don't like selling, make them, sell, make, sell, make, sell, because you never progress then. You seem to keep making the same kind of pots, but I like to keep a few around me. So these are the ones that were in the background there. Not very good lighting for this, to be honest with you. We're in a bit of a jumble here. I've been glazing and it gets to be a bit chaotic. I'll just pull it across in the sun. So this is a small sort of Grenomi type pot that's got chino and wood ash on it. This one's black clay with a chino over the top. Excuse my croaky voice. This one is pizza oven clay, nice and sandy. It crawls really well. Lots of pinholing on that one. This has got an iron wash with Temako. It was in the line of fire with the in the kiln, and you can see there at the bottom where the flames got it, and it's almost dripped off, which is quite a nice pot, that, if you like your pots nice and toasty. Another one there, it's got that one oxidized, but it's quite nice. It's quite a nice white crawly chino. That one there's got black slip underneath, which allows the crazed pots to, the crazed glaze to stick to the pot. It's on a stoneware body. Another one like the one at the top here. That one's got wood ash sprinkled on it with a chino inside. This is another black one that's quite nice. That one or two of these are going to be going on Etsy soon. I can let them go. I kept that one behind because I like the foot ring on it and it fits nice in the hand. There's a couple more at the bottom here you can't see. Come over here and let the sunlight let the camera get used to the sun. These are all my Etsy. These are the ones that are on Etsy at the moment. This one here, these two here are quite sweet really, because they I put them in the sun. I'm thinking of putting these on as sort of a wedding gift, his and hers, because this is where they kissed in the kiln. They rolled together, and when you broke them apart, there's two little blemishes there that are quite nice. I like them. So that will be a set of two that's going to go on Etsy soon. There's a salad, let the light get back to normal. There's a salad in one. Quite a large bowl there. That one's got the crawling chino on the outside with the blue cobalt underneath. A really nice black one with a chino on. They're quite nice. And a bottle. Someone inquired about these bottles, this bottle the other day, but it's not got a stamp on the bottom of it, so they changed their mind, which is fair enough. People who collect things, they like to have them stamped, but I don't stamp some because, not for any reason, it's because I forget and get caught up with making. And there's some nice Temako ones here. You can see that when they get in the sunshine, they're quite special Temako. It seems to be a bit of a potter's glaze, this. People, the general man in the street doesn't that bit of paper there. Doesn't quite get Temako, but it's one of my favourite glazes. When you get it in the sun, they're quite spectacular. Very dusty inside. Okay. So those are the pots that I have next to me when I'm throwing over this side. I'm just going to put a light on. Not all not all making pots is throwing. What I've got here are pots that I've glazed. So these are all the glazed pots that are waiting for the firing this Saturday. These have got cobalt underneath, a bit of iron. There's some circular sweep ones. There's a lidded one there. This one's got a really cracky, frightened to touch it in a way. That'll crawl nicely. It's got splashes of glaze. All these ones here are for the next firing. I'm ahead of myself. These are going to go in as raw fired little guinomis. I'm hoping these don't blow up because they're going to sit along the bag wall. So I made a set for each side of the bag wall. There's some Hakame ones I did the other day. These ones here I've got nuka glaze on them, and then I've dusted them with rust. I scrape rust and I grind it down, pestle and mortar, and then I sieve it on with a tea strainer. Another large pot there. All these on here are these are Celadon. They're clear glaze because they're going onto a brick body, and it's quite coarse and granular. And under there they are Celadon with wood ash. And up here are some little pots that I'm making for my daughter. She's got a little enterprise going off in Cornwall where she makes handmade sunscreen, all totally organic sunscreen, and people come along and they mix it themselves and they put it in the pots, and a bit of cellophane goes on the top, so they've got a little bit of a rim, but they've just got a chemical on the inside, and they're going off to Cornwall. First batch is a test set, and then we'll be making those throughout the year. So that's everything that's happening today. I'm just going to stick some wadding on these. I'll show you how I do that, just a quick thing towards the end here now, and a little tip on when you're putting stuff in a kiln that's got a lot of iron in the body, something from sticking to the shelves. Okay, so let me get set up and I'll do that for you now. Hello, alright, one of my pet hates in anything to do with ceramics is when I'm packing a kiln and the wadding falls off. When you use a high iron based clay, it will stick to a kiln shelf if it can, because the little bits of iron in the grog will stick to the kiln shelf. So you either have to back wash the shelves, or what I do is I put them on little bits of wadding. Comes from the old wood firing time, and I like to do it. Now wadding falls off when you're moving pots around the kiln, and Phil Rogers told me a little trip about gluing them on, so this is me passing it on to you. What I've got here is a tub of little tiles, and they're just wadding rolled out, scored, and then left to dry, and then it breaks up in little tiles, and I stick these on the bottom, and I'll just show you what to do. If I'm in shot, just check. So here we've got a pot. This is wood glue. Copydex is the best, but that's a rubber adhesive, but that's expensive. This is 90p a bottle, so this will last for 2 years. I just put 3 little blobs of glue on, and then I stick 3 bits of tiles when they fall off. Stick those on there, and that's it. One more, and it's just a question. It's quite boring, but it has to be done. Nothing worse than having a pot stick to the shelf, and it is usually one of your nicest results you get on out. I got a pot out a couple of years ago, and it was absolutely stunning. one of these Nuka ones with all the iron drip through it, were perfect, and as I took it off the shelf I forgot to put wadding on it and a big chunk was taken out of there, so it went in the bin, so I don't do that anymore. So that's it, so there you go. I've got another couple of hours of this, and then by tomorrow it will be bone dry. Kiln gets packed inside about an hour. It's fantastic. So just a little tip for you there. If you want to take it up, please do.